Thank you for tuning in to Macroview Television, and welcome to a brand new edition of the Taiwan Outlook, the program that lets you see the different faces and hear the different voices of Taiwan. I'm your host, Rig Guo. Let me ask you a question. What do you do for exercise? Do you go for a swim, or do you go for a jog, or a marathon? On today's program, we're delighted to have Mr. Chen who is one of the few extreme marathoners in Taiwan who has conquered places like the Antarctic. Welcome to the program, Tommy.
Yeah, hello everyone.
Yes, well, it's a delight to have you here on the program, Tommy, and we understand, like I said at the beginning, you are one of the handful of extreme marathoners in Taiwan. But before we start, let me ask you something very, basic. What is extreme marathon? What would qualify as extreme marathon?
Okay, marathon distance we call is 42 kilometers. It's a marathon.
Very long.
Yeah, and the ultra marathon in the world is overtake 42 kilometers, maybe 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers, 60 kilometers. We call this race is a ultra marathon. And the extreme marathon is in the nature. And not of a road, maybe in the high mountain, Himalaya, on the North Pole, snow, or many animals in the nature. So we call this race is extreme marathon.
Okay, so these are very difficult circumstances that a marathoner needs to be under. Let me ask you, Yanbo, you're only in your early 20s, right? And when did you first develop this love and passion for this very difficult sport of extreme marathon?
I was a track and field athlete when I started in Taipei senior high school. And my major is long distance. In 2008, I have an opportunity to join the Polar Challenge, and with Taiwan top runner Kevin Lin, who is my coach student as well, and Gamania Computer Online Game CEO El Balu with 3% is team. And I don't tell my parents about this Antarctica plan. So when I went aboard, my parents is very, very, very mad. Have a health year. So my father and mother is very angry about my decision. So we don't talk too much a long time. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and so I want to find a good way to communicate with my parents. I think one way can work. I give my plan, give my father and mother then my proposal. Yeah, and I tell my father and mother why I want to do a ultra marathon and how I will do it and what I will to prepare in this race. So when they're reading my proposal, they become to support my ideas. They give up, convince me. So I think when I chase my dream, it's a lot of difficult things is appear. It's like example is like a register fee and equipment and plane ticket, proposal, English, and so on, more and more. So finally, my parents they can understand why I grew up and challenge experience.
Yeah. You talk about the reaction from your parents and from your family members. How about your friends? People of your own age saying that, Tommy, why would you want to be an extreme marathoner? That's very difficult and also could be potentially dangerous. Why would you do it?
Many people and my friends will ask these questions. Tommy, you crazy?
Yes.
You want that? So I tell my friends it's not about your goal. It's not about you want to do. You just you need to find your passion, and you will choose your dream and find your way. I tell them just only is dream, D-R-E-A-N. Dream is power, is easy. That's all, simple.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Tommy, we know that you've participated in marathon races in both the northern and southern polar regions. When you first participated in those marathon races, what did you see? I mean, North and South poles are places that very few people will ever go there in their lifetime. And what did you see when you went there?
Okay. Of course, it's like I see the many polar animals,
yes,
like you say, and I see seals, penguins, and polar bears.
Yes.
You are happy to see land and differently. Yep. Differently, and but they are wild animals. Yeah. But it's not we saw photo, is or holding the Coca-Cola polar bears is not cute. It's not cute.
No.
Yeah. And so when I arrival in North Pole, when we open the air gate, we just see the very strong snow wind and always white, not anymore in outside, just white. Okay. And when I standing in the North Pole 90 degrees, and just only can see is ice, always is white. Okay. And a few minutes later, a famous photographer, he told me, only use your heart feel the top of the world. I asked him, feel, how can I feel? And he used his finger and touched me heart. Yeah. He said, always use here and find your way. Okay. And to feel the world. Okay. Always in here, start in heart, finish in your heart. Okay. So Stanley, and I know what I saw. I saw the many memories clothe my mind. Nothing is something. Yeah, and when we newborn, we are nothing. But when we dead one day, we also have something. It's like experience life is a family and student life and work. Anything we want to do is something. Okay. Yeah, and so life and experience is very interesting. So many people don't know we life is in nature environment. Of course. So, but I can feel nature will communicate with by layer power. It's like an earthquake. Yes. And tsunami. Okay. And yes. Food is and more. So I really feel people to going to destroy the mother nature. Okay. Yeah, it's very terrible, and I see the broke ice in North Pole. Yeah. Okay. So that's why the people have a more accident from nature. It's not out of balance already. Okay. I think.
All right. Yeah. But when you first participated in such a extreme marathon races, where did you get training in Taiwan?
Okay. I want to go to Norway and somewhere can find an extreme environment. But
that will cost a lot of money.
Yeah, that's right. I don't have enough money.
Sponsorship.
So I have some ideas. I want to go to the supermarket, the big reflex road, ice house. Okay. I get inside and to feel cold.
Really?
And, and feel the cold attack me. So I not only just inside to feeling cold, but also ride a bike in the ice house.
Really?
Yeah, to train the ice breathing. It's very pain.
Of course.
Yeah, in your body.
How long were you under training? How many months?
1 day and 5 hours.
5 hours a day.
And 3 days we need to do that.
Okay, 3 days a week.
3 days a week.
For how many weeks?
Just 1 week.
Just 1 week.
Yeah.
All right. And then that's it. You only have 1 week training before you went on the race.
No. And another way.
Yes.
Another way. I went go disaster prevention center in Neihu.
Okay.
Yeah. And my experience the strong wind like a super typhoon. Yeah, it's very huge wind in your formant.
Okay.
Yeah, and I went to go somewhere is a high altitude mountain train myself.
Okay.
Yeah, in Taiwan is many place is good. It's good can train in ourselves.
Right.
So it's many idea you can train yourself. Go icebox or high altitude mountain or go like a super typhoons.
Okay.
Many system Taiwan have.
But for a lot of people who are watching our program today, they're probably going to ask themselves that Mr. Tommy Chen is only in his early 20s, and when he first started doing the extreme marathon, he's probably even younger. Then how did you balance your training on one hand, and also your school, and also the preparation for the different races? How do you balance all these different things in your life?
I go school twice a week.
Just twice a week.
Yeah,
okay.
Twice a week because my aiming is sport nutrition.
Okay.
Yeah, is can use in our race. Okay. Many information and discuss my research with my professor. It's very busy life to me so far.
Yes.
So communicate with race administrator and to go to school and spend the leisure time with my family and friends.
Okay, so you're still able to balance all these different things.
Yeah.
That's a very efficient 20-year-old.
Yeah.
Yes. We're going to take our first break on the program, and when we come back, we will continue our conversation with Mr. Tommy Chen, who's one of the few extreme marathoners in Taiwan. And we're going to talk about a new concept from Tommy, which is called the 5-7-8. What is it? I'll tell you in just a few minutes. Welcome back to the second segment of today's program here on the Taiwan Outlook. I'm your host, Wu Ruiguo. We will continue our conversation with Mr. Chen Yanbo, who is currently one of the handful of extreme marathoners in Taiwan. Tommy, we're going to ask you a concept that you came up with, the so-called the 5-7-8 plan, and that is for marathon runners who will qualify in this marathon Grand Slam club. Only so far, 46 marathoners have qualified.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about this concept and what is the 5-7-8 club?
Okay, 5-7-8 club and plan it means I give 5 years.
Okay.
To give me myself to do it.
Okay.
And 7 means is later have 7 continents in the world, and
okay.
8 mean is 8 race I need to go. Right. So when I finish plan 5-7-8, so I think it means I've run around of the world.
Oh,
yeah. So.
Okay.
So far, I went go Himalaya in 2009 and complete North Pole and Antarctica 100 challenge in 2010.
Okay.
Yep. So I have over 5 races to challenge in tier in 2030. So I will keep to busy life to what I have now until in 2030.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in your 5-7-8 plans, you have only 46 marathoners that qualify so far. And you're probably trying to be the 47th, 48th and things. And what are some of the difficulties that you have encountered? You only have about 3 years left, before you achieve this 5-7-8 plan. What would be some of the more difficult issues that you need to overcome?
Difficult. I think I have 3 times to be dead during in race. In 2008, we go Polar Challenge. It's my first time to go exchange environment. Okay. So I get dehydration and hyperthermia, right. and feel a very huge ice storm. Yep. Okay. And I have to say later I went to a race is not all the overcome the nature. Okay. So I wanted to do this challenge by myself. Right. And what I fear alone, I fear black, and I fear to talk with foreigner. Okay. Yeah, and I fear someone can do better than me. So enemy is myself. So I think the difficult things is mental problem.
Okay. Yeah. You and I were talking before the taping started for this part of the program that you said that you're more used to cold weather now, and you're a little uncomfortable in hot and humid weather. Is weather condition really a very difficult issue for many of the marathoners?
I think it's Himalaya race. Okay. Because it's my first time. Right. I go the extreme marathon alone. I need to do something by myself. Okay. I need study English because in 2008, 2009, I English very poor. I just only say yeah, hello.
You're too
hello.
kind.
Yeah. And I need to do a proposal. I need a co-sponsor from all year, and I need write an email for in a race.
Of course.
Yeah. Anything I need to do myself. So every day, I just sleeping 4 hours.
Okay. Yeah. But let me ask you, during the course of these different races that you have been a part of, have you ever worried about your own safety? For example, when you're running in the polar regions, you see some of the animals, like you said, you see polar bears, they're not very cute or cuddly as we see on television commercials. You know, I mean, they could be dangerous. Have you ever thought about your own safety?
I think.
Or you try to block them out of your mind when you're doing the races. You don't worry about the things or animals that may interfere with your race. Is that what what's important?
It's very important because in every top ultra marathons race, every race we needed to train a survival class 3 days, and train or to use a shotgun.
Really?
Yeah, because the polar bears will attack you and eat you. Yeah, the polar bear maybe think you like sales. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and in 2008, it's very dangerous in my experience. The polar bears broke our tent. Yeah, and it's very close, just like the cup. The cup is a polar bear. Okay. My face is in here. Okay. Yeah, and the Kevin Lin, he just say polar bears. And we just hug together. Okay. And we just broke polar bears. And the air balloon, he get loud to take the shotgun. Okay. But we can shoot because we in tent. So just okay. That's all.
Okay, but as somebody who's very young, probably in your early 20s, that when you participated in this extreme marathon race, have you ever thought about quitting? And just say, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go home. I want to some place where I can get some, nice, home cooking. Be with my friends and go to see a movie. Have you thought about quitting?
I will thinking, but I will do that. Okay. Yeah, because if.
How did you convince yourself not to quit?
Because I will to thinking about I almost be a finish line. Okay. I always think about my family and my friends, who to encourage and help me a lot.
Of course.
So they are the main power to push me approach the finish line. So I'm touched. I'm touched by their love. So I'm a sentimental guy, sentimental person.
Okay.
Yeah. So I tear because I miss them.
Okay.
Yeah. So always I run a race just thinking about touched.
Yes, of course. So their love and support is the reason that kept you going on these different races. All right. Let me ask you, Tommy. I said at the beginning you're only one of the handful of marathoners, extreme marathoners in Taiwan. How many are there in Taiwan?
It's not too much. So I know the famous is Kevin Lin.
Yes, of course.
And because he is first to start in challenge the extreme race in 2008 to 2002, 2008.
Yes.
And is later have a more ultra marathon to go the overseas extreme race. I think have a 30 competed.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think I only know them of some of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Not all, but almost time we train in ourselves. So because everyone have a difficult situation.
Of course.
Yeah. So but if we have an opportunity to meet up, we will exchange our experience to each other.
Of course.
Yeah.
And Tommy, you said that you normally go to two major marathon races in a year.
Yeah.
At those races, do you meet up with some other competitors, runners from Taiwan?
No, I never find.
You never did?
Yeah, I never did because the ultra marathon, the top ultra marathon race is not have some reward, and you need to sign that and light signature.
Okay.
So, will not everyone want to do that.
Okay, but let me ask you though, how many extreme marathoners are there in Asia?
In Asia.
For example, Southeast Asia, or in China, or in Japan, the place where you trained before. Were there a lot of them?
Yeah, I know the public race is in Japan and Korea.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know the top commuter from Korea. He's N, and he complete many races. I can't remember each one. He's amazing. Yeah, and Japan and China maybe have 5 to 7 races. I do that.
All right. And do you have any exchanges between the different marathoners from different countries in Asia? For example, do you exchange with marathoners from Southeast Asia or from Japan? Maybe you guys can get together and train together?
It's very difficult.
Okay.
Yeah, because range.
Of course.
Range and money and passport is more problem inside.
Right. Let me ask you one final question before we end this part of the program. Is how many extreme marathon coaches are there? Do you have a coach?
Yeah.
Okay. And how many are there that will train marathoners in the extreme races?
Now I know the extreme marathon athlete almost is training ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah, but we have a
conditioning
condition coach and professional training in the high school and the college.
Okay, good. Yeah. We're going to take another break on our program, and when we come back, we will continue our conversation with Mr. Chen Yanbo, who's going to tell us a little bit more about his experiences running in the extreme marathon races. I'll see you in just a few minutes. Welcome back to today's program here on the Taiwan Outlook. I'm your host, Rick Guo, where we'll continue our conversation with Mr. Chen Yanbo, who's one of the few extreme marathoners in Taiwan. Yanbo, you have won a number of major medals. Can you tell us what they are and where did you win them from?
Now have 2010 is Antarctica Ice 100 Marathon Challenge. Is second.
Second place.
Silver
place. Medal.
Yep.
Very
and
good.
2010 is North Pole.
Okay.
North Pole Marathon is 3 RD.
Okay.
Yeah. And 2009 Himalaya 100-mile stage race 5 day is 4 RD. And 2008 Poland Challenge 6 cross country challenge is 3 RD. And 2007 I go to Canada 5 ultra race is first one. And 2007 go to China Xiamen International Marathon. And 2007 2006 I go to Japan Fukuoka relay.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's first in every second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So very impressive list of medals that you have won. But we want to bring up particularly the 2010 Antarctic Ice Mountain 100-kilometer race that you ran with a very impressive score and you came in second place. And your time was 15 hours, 15 minutes, and 58 seconds, which was good for second place. It was very good. And during the final 200 meters before the finish line, you were running with tears in your eyes and also with Taiwan's national flag on your back. What were you thinking at the time?
I carry the flag
Yes.
in every race, everywhere, every second.
That's wonderful. Yes.
Yeah, and because later a lot of people don't know where is Taiwan, and they even don't is this as a country? Yeah, so. I think is honor and is definitely is your responsibility because you are Taiwan runner, so you need to do that, to share our passion, to share our dream.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you say you bring Taiwan's national flag, the Republic of China national flag, to every race that you participate in. Have you ever encountered any difficulties that maybe the organizer says, "Oh, Mr. Chen, you cannot bring this flag with you"? Have you ever experienced anything like that?
Yeah.
You have.
Yeah.
Okay. And why did they? What was the reason? They wouldn't let you do it.
They will say you are same in our country.
Okay.
Yeah. So. When they see my flag, they will say, "Oh, it's China, Taiwan." Yeah. Now I say, "Oh, yeah, but we are difficult dream."
Yes.
I will say dream. It's not too much not another. So, but I will try to touch to them.
Okay.
Just to tell ultra marathon and why I want to do that. I will talking about our national flag. I just want to tell us to share our passion against them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, that's very admirable. Tommy. And we were talking earlier, Tommy, that you're able, even at the tender age of 20 plus, able to balance the different things that you wanted to do in your life. For example, training for races. Participation in races, and also spend time with family, and then doing some of the things that you wanted to do, and keep your friends. And what are some of the leisurely activities that you do when you have the time? You probably don't have a lot of leisure time, but when you do have it, what do you do? Do you have any hobbies and things? Because people mostly your age, they either worry about college work, or they worry about getting a job, or some of them may stay home and play video games. But you don't need to do any of those. And so when you have the leisure time, how do you spend it?
My leisure time, I have something I will do is because example in specialty, it's a long distance race and speed roller sport.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When I was 6 years ago, I'm a speed roller skating athlete to senior high school.
Okay.
Yeah, and the hobby, I like to do the video production. Production, okay. Because I wanted to share, I feel, to everyone, touch it, and nature, yeah, and in the video. So I will do it by myself.
Okay.
And nature music, not every two is too public.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just listen nature music and alone to the mountain to a tour.
Okay.
And travel. And finally is handcraft.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We understand, as you mentioned, that you like video production as one of your leisurely activities. We also know that you participated in the production of the documentary Beyond Antarctic. And would you tell us a little bit about that experience?
Okay. Polar Challenge 600 600 kilometers challenge is with Kevin Lin and El Badru.
Oh,
we are 3 persons is team. So we need to take up all the equipment and your clothing, your fuel, your tent, and your food, shotgun. I think total have 40 pounds we need to pick to go.
To carry.
To carry.
Yes.
And carry 21 days. And you eat, you need cooking yourself, broken tent yourself, anything just like the animals you want life survive.
Okay.
So in Taiwan, if you want to eat something just 3 minutes, we call a Madonna's or pizza. 3 minutes is coming. And but in the polar layer, we need to use 3 hours. We can eat the dinner.
Really?
Yeah, because we need to find the water and block the snow and cooking to water and waiting to hot and put some to cooking. So it's very much long time.
Of course.
Yes, and because 6 kilometers just have 2 checkpoints, so we need to quickly to check, or if we're not in the time, so we will to quick. And so every day we just sleeping 4 hours, 21 days. We will walking to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, and we meet a very, very freezing cold temperature. It's 94.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. It's very, very cold. Okay. We see the hot chocolate, the 3 seconds. It's 3 seconds. We see the hot chocolate to ice. 3 seconds.
Okay. All right. But let me ask you though. I mean, you know, after you participated in an extreme marathon race, you said that after you come back to Taiwan, you may take days and weeks to recover. You know, because sometimes some of your internal organs, like your liver, like your kidney, might have been overextended because you were not sleeping very much and you were running under extreme natural conditions. And how do you recover each time? You know, I mean, you do 2 races in the year, and every time after the race you come back to Taiwan, you probably need another 2 to 3 weeks to recover.
Yeah.
And doesn't that worry you or your parents that you may be damaging your own health?
When I back to Taiwan, I don't tell my parents it's happening.
Oh, really?
So I just gave it require relax and have 1 month. 1 month. So I need to relax. So it's not to business, not to have a friend to go to party to celebrate. Yeah. So 1 month I just to calm down and write my diary, and publish a book and do the video production.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, right. The back Taiwan 1 month just do this.
Okay. But let me ask you, Tommy, though. I mean, when you were running in the race, your emotion and your physical strength were at the peak. After the race is over, of course, you could have an emotional letdown.
Yeah.
Okay, you're relaxed. The race is over. I'm going home. How do you make the adjustment, make the transition from extremely high, level of emotion to the normal amount? We won't say it's low, but normal amount of, emotion and energy. How do you make the transition?
I will to eat some nutrition, protein.
All right.
Yeah, and to control my my food, and every day you need to sleeping how much hours.
Okay.
Yeah, and we need to control the train is very, very, very low. So just So when we back Taiwan, we need to do the one medical checkup. Okay. So we will know in the extreme marathon race what is hot in our body.
Yeah. Certainly from talking to you today and from your complexion, you certainly have maintained very good health.
Thank you.
We're going to take the final break on today's program, and when we come back, we will continue our conversation with Mr. Chen Yanbo, who is one of the few extreme marathoners in Taiwan, and talk about some of his advice to people who are interested in this very difficult sport. I'll see you in a few minutes. Welcome back to the final segment of today's program here on the Taiwan Outlook. I'm your host, Rick Guo, where we'll continue our conversation with Mr. Chen Yanbo, who is one of the few extreme marathoners in Taiwan. Yanbo, we were talking throughout the program today that, extreme marathon is, it's not a popular sport. Certainly not a sport that you will win the big, money prize at the end if you win. Then there is, of course, the concern over money, over sponsorship. How do you then, since participating in extreme marathon races, how do you find sponsorship for your training and for your participation in the different races?
First I will let them know how much patience I pay and how many preparations and training how we'll do for a race. The motivation in much their business goal or not.
Okay.
Yeah, and for example, patient environment issue and in science.
Yes.
And self management. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, and so on. So second, I will giving them any feedback, like inspire speaking.
Okay.
Yeah, inspires a speech or exercise training. So I always take my sponsor leg in my equipment, especially in the court.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in court. So because I want to tell them. You help me to make me dream come true, and you help me. I went tell them. So you make me to stand on the top of earth. So it's not one. It's not only me to run of world. So I want to tell them. Those you will in the business, you can image. You will stand with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I paid for NTD 1 million in each race.
So you write to the government officials and corporate leaders, ask them for sponsorship. And hopefully their corporate image will match the qualities that you demonstrate when you do the extreme marathon races.
Yeah.
Right. But what if they turn around and say that, Mr. Chen, you're a very good young man, you're very committed to the sport of extreme marathon. But however, we don't sponsor, athletes, in that field because, it's not a popular sport. Not many people pay attention to it. And then we've already, they could say that we've already sponsored somebody else. And how do you then, somehow use that as another justification for you to continue, even though your sponsorship money may be limited? How do you keep yourself going? There must be moments then where you're very frustrated. People turn you down and say that, hey, Tommy, you're a great kid. Keep up the good work, but we cannot sponsor you. How do you overcome your frustration?
It's just 2% give me feedback.
Oh, okay.
And
feedbacks were positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative.
Yeah. So and we'd like to talk to me. 2% is not too small to me.
Okay.
Yeah. It means I still have a chance to find a sponsor, and I learning a lots of skill from this process. So including with the important is attractive proposal.
Okay.
Yeah, and how to present my plan in a meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, and then know because everyone see dream, but they just say they don't do that.
Do it. Okay.
So I wanna tell them dream is not just drive a Porsche, drive a Benz, or have a good building, or have a good job. I want to tell them a dream is you focus in your way and you can touch to everyone.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think is I feel it's very, very grateful to everyone and me.
Okay. But you were saying that earlier in the program that you often go to high schools and universities and deliver a speech.
Yeah.
What do you share with the audience? Do you share with them your experiences as a marathon runner, or do you share with them the kinds of qualities that are needed to succeed not only in extreme marathon races but also in life?
When I was a senior in high school, and my coaches, teachers is very different way from the others. My coach Chen, and first year he asked us to watch toilet. Yeah, so make teenage. Make teenage learning to be respect the other, to do anything they want to do.
Okay.
And second year, he asked us to write a diary, and then every athlete come down and to try to express ourselves by words. So finally, he asked we speech on public, and so I have not only having training of running, so but also have a moral education.
All right.
Yeah. So I share this education experience to audience as well, and share the Antarctica video with everyone. So I want to share because they can see what I saw in the extreme environment, and the most important is part training.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want to let everyone know anything is not easy.
Okay.
Yeah, and you should do many population for your work, and you stay in your relationship, and I also want to remind and argument family and friend is very, very important in our life. The most important is our environment, Mother Nature, stopping, destroy it, and protect her right now.
The environment, yes. But Tommy, let me ask you, you have become a marathon runner for about, what, 6 or 7 years. You started in senior high school, right?
Yeah.
And what did you notice? What the kinds of changes that have taken in yourself as a person after becoming a marathon runner?
I never regret it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know clearly what I'm doing.
Okay.
And when I share the experience to the audience, and they give me a feedback, so they will support me to go on.
Yeah.
And some of them try to choose their dream. Okay. I like this feeling because if I story can effort to someone, I will to feel giving them their dream come true too.
Good.
So I will feel grateful. Yeah, and so the extreme marathon is, to me, is not a sport activity. Okay. So it's a relationship. So my life didn't change when I become to an ultra marathon. Okay. So it's not matter media or the report said. I still running on my way. Okay. So I grateful everyone I met. So no matter they critique me and admire me. So I appreciate all I have. I can carry me correct good bad advice. Okay. And I think our audience joins me in appreciating everything you have done, not only for yourself but also for Taiwan. And you certainly demonstrated a lot of qualities that normally we will not see in a young person in his early 20s. So, Mr. Tommy Chen, welcome to the program, and thank you for being part of the interview today. Certainly want to wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to thank you for watching our program today. I'll see you next time on MacroView Television. Thank you.